For broadcasting opportunities on Wildfire Radio, go to wildfireradio.com and click Contacts. For advertising opportunities on any of our shows, go to wildfireradio.com and click on Advertise. And remember, for all of your concert and sporting event tickets, go to SeatGiant.com and use code WILDFIRE at checkout for a great discount.
You're listening to the Microphonies, exclusively on Wildfire Radio.
Welcome back. Microphonies podcast.
Hello.
Coming to you live on wildfireradio.com.
It's me.
It's you.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jeff.
I'm here.
You're doing all right.
I'm fine.
Okay.
That's my answer every time. I'm just okay.
You're just
if you need to know.
Greg is in a time
Greg
rift.
doesn't want to speak right now.
No, he's very upset.
He's got his head in the books and a pocket full of...
Poor guy, he had a tough day. He's probably asleep over here.
Probably snoozing.
I'm going to nudge him. Hey, Greg. Nothing.
Nothing?
Sorry,
Right.
folks. We'll get him in a little bit.
We'll try maybe 10 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Possibly 10 to 8.
10 to 8. You went backwards.
8
to 10. Pat.
Not important. Not important.
Yeah.
9 to 5.
Taylor, you're doing swell, it looks like.
I hear some unfamiliar giggles.
Yeah, I hear some giggles in the giggle corner.
Who's giggling in that giggle corner?
Giggle corner. Is that...
Can we take him out of the giggle corner and put him at the table now?
Yeah, let's put him at the table. Get out of the...
Come on up, guys.
Kitty table, the giggle corner, and please, Kevin, Martin, please introduce yourselves.
Hey, sup? I'm Kevin Pettit, and this is...
This is...
Excellent. Back in the giggle corner.
I spazzed so hard.
I'm Martin Fraser, and we have a podcast, actually, shockingly, somehow, still.
Yeah, it's called Loud Americans Discussing Soccer, or L.A.D.S. It's a little play on words, you know.
Brilliant.
Very
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you. Yeah, we're out of South Philadelphia. We talk mostly Premier League soccer, world soccer news, world soccer transfers, gossip, just dudes gossiping about soccer out of South Philly. So, yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Absolutely. Thank
For
you
our
coming
listeners outside of the U.S., that's football.
yeah,
And for our listeners
right.
inside the U.S.,
Footy.
that's the sport where you kick the ball.
Yes.
It's black and white. You know it.
You would know it. Made out of...
You can recognize it if we
sheep
show you.
stomach? Goat stomach? What's the ball made out of?
Both.
Both.
Yes,
Very
yes.
cool.
It's weird.
From Wales. Yes,
Like
lots of sheep.
a Frankenstein's
Yes.
monster of a ball.
Awesome. Yeah, your show is fantastic. I love the name L.A.D.S. It's very smart.
Thank you. Wow,
Nice
yeah.
English term, brilliant, very brilliant.
It's whenever we hear anything that's like remotely clever, we're just like, God damn it.
Now,
We couldn't think of anything
Yeah.
for our show.
Yeah,
we just called ourselves phonies, which I guess makes a lot of sense, though.
I mean, to be fair, it took us like a good 4 hours of brainstorming.
that's it.
Man.
With this
God
shit.
bless you.
We were also drinking, so it impeded the process
there's
a lot.
creative.
Oh, yeah,
juices.
the flow.
Yeah, yeah. And I like that you call it soccer.
Well, obviously, I mean, yeah. Is it called something else? I don't know. This is why we have it here in America. I mean, that's
Hell
what
yeah.
we know it as.
Absolutely.
Plus, America made it farther in the 2014 World Cup than England. So, so just
So it's not coming up.
fired.
so just saying, we're not going to talk about the recent World Cup where we weren't there. That's old news. But that's,
We just didn't want to go.
Yeah, we just didn't want to go.
Didn't feel like going.
Yeah, we did.
It's not the best time with Russian relations.
Yeah. We might have been in trouble.
it was a political choice, really.
I love it. There's nothing better than dudes gossiping about sports.
Yeah.
Because it's like our tabloids, right?
ETV, basically.
Right?
Or
Yeah.
MTV, ETV, keeping up with the
TMZ? Are you trying to say TMZ?
I don't know. There's so many entertainment.
So many. And they're all acronym. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
TLC. I thought it stood for a tasty little cracker for a good 13 years.
TLC? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Whoa.
Let me give you my thinking.
Wait, is this a North Carolina thing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Where you're from in
So-
North Carolina, you thought TLC stood for tasty little cracker.
You know what Cashy is? The shitty cereal?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Well, they make crackers too. And they
What?
have like
And they-
TLC,
Breaking
tasty
news.
little cracker. So when I saw that shit on TV, like the TLC channel. I was like, the tasty little crackers.
Just test in. TLC? Tasty little cracker?
Confirmed. Confirmed.
I love that, dude.
I gotta look them up now. I gotta see what they look like.
They're horrible.
Are they bad?
They taste like cashew stuck together.
Yeah, and cashew is already dry.
Right. It's
begin
an
with.
old person food.
That's like, Taylor, what are the crackers you like? The weird ones.
Crackers I brought up that nobody knew about.
The chicken in a biscuit? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
No, I'd tear it up though. Chicken and a biscuit.
They're crackers that are like, they're like chicken ramen flavored,
Ew.
pretty much.
All right.
They're good.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Wow, look at how boring that looks. The box is just white with red,
Ooh.
and that's it.
Yeah, it's just like this red cursive that says TLC. And the
Millennials can't read cursive.
The slogan might as well say,
Bad idea.
Go ahead.
Wait, where do you guys stand on grits? You guys grits guys?
Oh, yeah, of
Has
course.
to have cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do them. I can't do them.
No?
I think they're gross.
It's
That's
bullshit.
fair.
Are you also from North Carolina?
No, I'm from South Jersey.
Oh, okay.
From Millville.
Yeah,
right?
well, Millville,
Oh, that's right.
Millville is
God,
the
we
South.
just talked about that 5 seconds ago.
There he is.
Wow, Greg suddenly.
Greg,
wants to
he's
go.
awake. He's finally woken up.
He's awake.
Yeah, Greg,
Greg, you've been
Greg,
sitting in that chair.
you've been
for the
sleeping for the
6
past
minutes.
couple of
You
minutes.
slept through you slept through the.
Let me just wipe the
introduction.
sleep from my eyes.
Yes.
How you doing? Hey, when did you guys get here?
We met earlier. Don't even worry about
Yeah,
it.
no, not a big deal now.
Yeah, as Greg gets reacclimated back into the episode. He's awoken from his slumber.
Yes.
Was it a sound slumber? It looked like a sound slumber.
Restful sleep.
You
weren't
remember
much.
that we are having the lads on, the loud Americans that discuss almost said sports, soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Hey, thanks.
Well, I'm Greg.
they know you, Greg. You were asleep when we
You were
introduced
asleep
you.
when we introduced
Greg,
you.
I've never seen you reintroduce yourself so many times to somebody.
He's nervous, just like me.
I think he's just having like a shell shock moment. You know,
Yeah.
it's like when if you woke up in your room and you'd be surrounded by 5 men.
Yeah, with microphones.
I was
Yeah.
deep in REM sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could tell by the night terrors.
Under different circumstances, it can be terrifying. But you're surrounded by friends, Greg.
Yeah,
Very good.
5 friendly men.
But lads, the show.
As usual when I wake up.
Yeah.
Lads is a show. You guys talk specifically Premier League?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, we do the league starting up actually this Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're pretty pumped for that. So yeah, we mostly talk Premier League during the season, and then we this World Cup's been phenomenal for us. So we didn't have Premier League to talk about, so we had the World Cup. So that was awesome.
Sure,
World Cup
lots
was
of
pretty
upsets and lots of
Yeah.
whatnots.
Germany not even making it out of the group
Yeah.
stage.
There's a
was
curse.
insane.
It's like whoever wins the World Cup in the 4 years prior, so 2014 World Cup, the champion goes out in the group stage. It happened in 2010, happened in 2006, happened in
Nuts.
2002.
Now, do you think that's just time? 'Cause
Soccer
it's like
gods.
4 years. That is such a long time to like.
Dude, it's like the Hangover, man. You get that, like, it's like the Atlanta Falcons, man. They go to Super Bowl, then they just tank, like, immediately.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like this horrible hangover, and I don't get it on the international, like, level. I
know.
I don't get it.
Yeah, because I think that I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of casual soccer fans out there, but they'll get back into it once the World Cup rolls around because it's like a perennial all-star cast, essentially, of everything going on. And it's like when those heavy hitters like Messi, Argentina gets knocked out, or then Brazil gets knocked out. Or
Those were
Germany.
great.
Those were great, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's so much bigger than them.
Oh yeah, I mean
know?
they're basically selfish, trying to
Yeah,
play
exactly.
for a team that they love. Idiots. No, no, you can only root for one team, and it's England.
Yeah, because it's coming home. It's coming home.
It is.
And home.
Well, they were going home.
Well, eventually, yeah. But they might get the bid in 2030, so it will eventually come home.
be
At
cool.
one point,
Bound to come home at some point.
yes.
I was really enjoying watching them play.
England?
Yeah. What is it? Henry Kane?
Harry.
Harry Kane. He was unbelievable, man.
He looks like
yeah.
a vampire, doesn't
Dude,
he?
he's a vampire. Yeah.
There's a lot of guys.
Is he like
soccer-
handsome?
English handsome. So,
English handsome.
English handsome is on a scale of like 1 to 10. Where do you rank?
Oh, I don't want to be English handsome, but I know I'm probably around it.
like Hugh Grant is like a 10, right? And then like on the other end of the spectrum is like Gollum. I don't know. Like it's like there's like, and it's not too far. It's not too far at all.
Andy Serkis
Yes.
is just sitting around, crawling around, eating fish heads. That's like the lowest end of the spectrum. And then you got charmingly befuddled Hugh Grant. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Dude, it's the accent, man. That's how he gets them, man.
I know.
You take 2 seconds, you're like, Hugh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you seen music and lyrics?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So what is this? Is this a Neil like hidden gem?
Rom-com. I forget the female.
Of course it is.
Is that the one where he sings "Killing Me Softly"?
Yeah, is it like a early 90s rom-com that, of course, we'd never see it because we were like 5 at the time?
I think it was 2000s. And he's like,
I mean, still.
he's like he's a pianist who's also, I think he's a lyricist.
Watch your language.
Yeah,
I apologize.
is that the one he wrote like a theme song to some movie or like he wrote like "Happy Birthday," like the equivalent of that?
Yeah, but the girl is like the singer who he needs
Okay.
her, and then there's this whole thing. Not
maybe I'm
important.
thinking of a different movie.
Not important. None of this matters.
Huge Grant.
But yeah, the World Cup was really good for you guys. You were saying, which is very exciting. I would imagine you're pretty pumped every 4 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude. Like, what's it called? We went into what's it called on South Street. We went to Brauhaus Schmitz. They closed off the whole street.
Yeah.
It was wicked. Like people, like it felt like a college football Saturday. You know what I mean? People
Yeah.
throwing beers up in the air, like
Yeah.
tossing every time France scored. People were buying us drinks. We sold our like shitty shirts there. It was great. And no, it was awesome. And then they showed the Super Bowl afterwards.
I
which-
love that.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, "Oh wow, the Philadelphian fans closing off the street just to show the Super Bowl." And I was like, "No, it's 'cause-
Yeah,
it's
they
'cause
did
of the
that.
World Cup."
Like that.
I noticed that, like on social media and stuff. I think like Barstool,
Yeah.
they posted something. They were just talking about the Super Bowl. It's like, guys, this was the World Cup. It was at 11 a.m. The game's only like 90 minutes. Like, what are you gonna do? They closed the whole street off. What else are you gonna do?
And plus, it started at like 11 o'clock in the
That's what
morning.
I'm
So,
saying.
so the owner, Doug, he was so nice. He actually just had the food channel there a couple weeks ago afterwards. And like,
Sick.
he's such a like awesome dude. We were trying to talk to him during the day, but he's like running around trying to run the
Yeah.
thing. But he was like, shit, I got to show something. And like, he was worried about the NFL rights, like if they were going to let him show it. And he was just like, let's just not talk about it. And then they just put it on. So it was pretty sick.
That's awesome.
It was like the worst start to a World Cup, though. We went out drinking with a couple friends the night before and woke up at like 8 because we had to go to Target to get some shit. Worst hangovers in my life. I old basic sorority girl got like a strawberry cheesecake frappuccino.
Oh, God.
And it breathed fucking life into me. And then 10 minutes into the game, I think it was 10 minutes, it starts downpouring.
Yeah.
It just kept downpouring.
Yeah.
It was fucking incredible because at that point I was drinking again, hair of the dog and all that shit. It felt like the Battle of Helm's Deep. I'm going to nerd out on y'all.
Two Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
references.
You're in good company.
You're good company. Real good company.
It felt like I was Aragorn. Like,
Yeah,
I
it was-
shit you not. I was king of the fucking world at that point. Just in my own little world, living my best life, watching France pretty much dick on Croatia.
Dominate Croatia, yeah. It got just a little sneaky at the end.
sneaky.
A little nervous, but yeah. No, it was an awesome game.
It was very good, very, very tight. There were a couple calls here and there
Yeah.
that kind of, determined it with the handball and everything.
A couple people run on the field that nobody talked about like a week later.
It was Pussy
Oh,
Riot,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, Pussy Riot.
I felt like that
The
was
gulags now, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
That's how it works.
Siberia.
Pray for their families.
Oh, Putin, please don't kill me.
Yeah, that was. Do you guys are you guys purists? Did you like the VAR?
Hell no.
The introduction,
we,
the introduction of that.
We actually bicker about this all the time. I am 100% against VAR. He's for it.
Wait, what's VAR?
It's video assisted refereeing.
Oh,
It's basically like they review plays like because there's flopping.
yeah.
Well, it's like the NFL, like the catch rule, what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
right.
or like whatever else.
NBA,
the
final 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. So yeah, I'm for it. I want the game to be better, more accurate. Like, there's going to be calls that could determine the game. But then, Martin, what do you?
I mean, it's about the spirit of the game. Mm-hmm. The game's not just being the most accurate. It's about what football means to the community, Kevin. And I fear
Jesus Christ.
that you missed this.
He's talking down to you.
Because
This is
It was
usual.
directed to right to you. He's no longer talking to us.
He turned his chair around. He's staring into my eyes.
Yeah, they didn't have cameras to, check the footage back when the Roman soldiers were kicking the heads of their fallen enemies around as
he's
for
right.
sport.
bring that back.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
Are you kidding me? right now?
The invention of soccer.
Yeah.
This is the hill you guys are going to die on.
Yeah.
You know what?
Back when Caligula used to wrap his dick around his forehead and kick heads across a dirt field, they didn't have no replay.
When you say it like that, it just
and you're
bolsters my point.
Wasn't Caligula the one who made his horse a senator?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, then I'm 100%.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm going to die on this hill, right beside you.
That's good. We're making friends. Good. This is good. Bart, Kevin, I'm with you on that, man. I do kind of. I think it is one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I feel like it didn't make the game any longer. I feel like, I don't know.
No, I mean, like, I wish they could do it like they've been talking about NFL, like they only get like 30 seconds to review. And it has to be in real time. That's what I'm about. Like, watch in real time, no slow motion. That would be sick. But obviously, they're not going to do that. So,
Do they just let them have as much time as they need?
No, they can only watch it at regular speed, so they can't slow it down or anything.
Right.
So normally they don't, no, but like they don't have a relegated time that they can use, but normally... I don't think it took any longer than a minute and a half at its worst, but at the same time...
They just play it a couple times, I guess, in real speed.
But at the same time, I mean, this is my final pitch on no VAR. 95% of the calls in the league around the world are accurately made by the refs. VAR brings it up to 99%. Is that 4% really worth, stopping the game on the critical moments that VAR couldn't even catch in the World Cup final? We saw it in 2 instances in the World Cup final where it's on display for the entire world to see. They didn't catch Griezmann's flop, which led to the goal. Right. And I thought it was a handball for Griezmann's penalty. But at the same time, a couple of the referees would have used VAR and said no handball. So there's my big problem is there's no real consistency in how
Kevin.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Really put me on the spot.
Bigger everybody.
Game needs to be more accurate. Okay,
There
got
it
it.
is.
All right.
I love it. How do you guys feel about flopping? As casual fans might kind of be turned off by that.
It's the dumbest thing.
I am turned off by that.
No, you're not.
I don't like it. Well, I think, okay, because it comes from me personally. I only played soccer when I was little, like up until the end of elementary school. But kids even did that then. And I was like, what are you doing? And I would like go up to him and I'd start yelling at him, like, get the fuck up. Obviously,
How old were you?
what are you, 9? Oh, yeah, 10.
Mr. Runsham, your son is very aggressive.
Oh, my dad would be out on that field with me, punching that little kid's kidneys or something.
Kicking
I
and
don't know.
screaming.
It drives me crazy. But
do you guys feel, as big soccer fans, is it something that concerns you? Or
It's like one of those like things that's like almost like the most taboo thing in like soccer where it's like it's just looked down upon. You know what I mean? Like Neymar, you saw, got more publicity for his flopping than his play during this World Cup.
Unbelievable.
Like rolling, like all those rolling like videos of him like rolling down a track like a railroad track. You know what I mean?
It was like funny.
Yeah.
He spent
it's like-
37, how many minutes? 13 minutes on the ground.
Yeah.
13 fucking minutes
That's
on
the
the
stat.
ground.
That's the sabermetric that we're going to remember, which sucks. Which sucks for him because he was supposed to like elevate himself.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be like the new Messi Ronaldo, the guy who's going to be the new like guy on FIFA that's the new cover, you know what I mean? And then he just made himself look like an ass, which sucks. But I mean, like sometimes I get it because you're trying to get a tactical advantage and it's part of the game. It's the same with, it's same with like wide receivers. Like when they like throw their hands up in the air, like they're being told if they can get away with it, why not give your team the best chance? It's still cheap. I mean, it goes without saying.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Exactly. Yeah, you make a really interesting point because
where is your honor, Taylor? God damn it! I bet you were on the ground and I was screaming at you one of these times back in elementary school.
flopping is all around sports. It's not strictly soccer. I just feel like soccer just gets that publicity.
Yeah, we're
notoriety, I guess.
Foot fairies. Yeah,
Yeah.
very soft.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've always heard that word. Like
Foot fairies,
since
or-
I've played soccer. I started playing when I was like 4 or something.
It's so aggressive American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, you don't wear pads, you don't hit each other. Foot fairy.
Yeah.
Like,
So
why?
aggressive.
You don't do the Oklahoma drill.
You're not gonna get CTE.
Oh,
Yikes. We work at a law firm where he deals with CTE litigation. so you know.
God.
Oh,
I was thinking about a
relevant.
blog about soccer players getting CTE.
Oh yeah, I was writing that blog about that. Yeah, it's actually like big studies coming out. I don't mean to put on my serious face right now, but I'm
Put
just saying,
that
yeah.
serious face
I'd
on.
like to hear that.
yeah. None of us have a serious face, so one of us needs one.
No, but there's like new studies coming out about like all the headers, you know what I mean, from
Yeah.
the ball hitting
Sure,
up,
yeah.
like
Adds
about
up
like
over time.
and that's what like CTE is about, rapid you hitting your head all over and over again. That's why linemen get a lot because it's like pads hitting. So like there's been like new studies coming out about it, and like even there's one about like women soccer players, like women getting like horrible debilitating diseases like tumors and whatnot. So
Jesus. Yeah, that ball moves fast. Got a little weight behind it. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. My dad used to say the ball wouldn't bite, but now, you know,
It bites.
it bites. Look at me, Dad.
Let's.
I'm hurt, Dad.
I mean, the athletes are just going to get stronger and stronger, right? I mean, like we saw Ronaldo hike his shorts up quite a few times. His quads are the size of tree trunks. That ball is only going to move faster. It's only going to hit harder. Do you see like a future where like guys are wearing protective headwear? I know like Buffon used to wear one. I think because he had a bunch of
Check. You're thinking of Petr Cech.
Yes, yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
yeah. Well, he got like kneed in the head and like almost died
On
And-
the field.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, no shit.
And they had to like put a metal plate on his head, and that actually changed soccer because like they never brought ambulances onto the field or anything like that. So now that's like mandatory. Like they have to do that because of
wild.
him. But yeah, they wear like the scrum caps. Can kind of see him like from rugby. Some keepers do that.
Yeah,
Some,
yeah.
but I don't really see it. I
don't
doubt
think
it.
so.
Yeah, I think they're like with the NHL and like a couple other sports. They're like, nah, it's not our problem. So like they're not going to deal with it. Like future us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite diva
Diva?
soccer?
Oh, I mean,
Neymar.
it'd be Neymar.
Yeah, Neymar. Yeah, I mean that goes without saying. Diva. Oh man, Pogba. I mean he's
Pog.
dude. He has a new haircut every week. He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
The hair in soccer is something else, isn't it?
We got some good ones. We got some, and some bad.
You should look at Antoine Griezmann when he had like
Purple?
bleach blonde hair with
blonde, yeah.
blue, just stripes in it. Looked like a blue zebra. It was the biggest bullshit that I've ever seen. I like looked at him and hated him 10
Immediately.
times more. Yeah, I
So he
just
was
like,
Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
Basically.
Wow. Yeah. Just all
so
the fucked up
widespread.
shit in his face. Yeah.
Oh God, I would love to see Griezmann with like tons of piercings,
look
my
up
God.
gauges.
Alexi Vidal. The dude looks like a murderer from
Yeah.
Chile. He's got face tats, neck
Oh,
tats,
yeah,
shaved
okay.
head, mohawk. It's terrifying.
There is a guy on Croatia. I think his last name is Vita.
Yes.
Yes.
He looks like he eats babies.
Yeah.
He looks like a goblin. Like
Yeah.
he will snatch your
That's
baby.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like he's Krampus.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like there's no doubt in my mind in the off season, middle of the night, he's got a backpack full of bad babies.
Right.
And they are getting punished
Just around Christmas time.
by
though.
digestion. Yes.
No, that ponytail was something else.
Oh, when you wear that hairstyle, like half shaved and then the other half a ponytail, you're either in the 1700s and a Viking, or you're a modern day goblin eating babies on the holidays.
eating good or bad babies, it could be
Right,
good.
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what's so dangerous. Right? We don't know. Are they good babies? Should we be like rescuing them, or like do they deserve this? Who knows?
Well, they wouldn't be babies, right? They have to be able to function to be bad. So they're at least like 5-year-old kids.
Or
or
could they
something.
be like naturally bad? Are you born with bad?
Oh, are we going to go into this now? Are you
nurture?
are you born evil?
All babies are evil.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the answer.
There we go.
Kind of stick with that too.
Microphonies podcast, where we bring in another podcast about soccer to talk about the good versus bad nature of children.
Babies
Babies.
specifically.
Are they born evil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Right? Yeah, I mean,
Born
it's-
this way.
Yeah, they were born. How do you guys feel about the MLS?
Oh.
Do you see that expanding at all? Do you see that? Yeah, it's rough, right?
It's shameful. I mean, basically, it's a horrible structure from the top down. Like the management of like the upper level, the president, the vice president, all that shit. It's genuinely awful, and they don't do anything to correct themselves or correct the league. I mean, the league could grow. Don't get me wrong. U.S. soccer could grow. I mean, but they don't do anything.
Like the grassroots system's so bad, and like the coaching, they don't bring any over in Europe they have the academy systems. Academy systems are so well done over there, and that's why they have all the talent over there. And I think one of the big problems facing MLS is because the distance from Europe. You know what I mean? Because you always hear about the Champions League and all the tournaments over there. Like, how is like the LA Galaxy going to fly 18 hours to, like, I don't know how far it is to England. I don't know, but like to get there to go play games over there, that's like that distance on the players is so much.
And also like the best players that come out of America and come like through the grassroots soccer system in America, they don't go into the MLS. They go over to Germany. They go over to England. So, I mean, basically, at the end of the day, the cream of the crop is going to England to get better.
Or like Europe, Germany's got a great system. Croatia's been actually, I mean, you just saw them in the World Cup. Their youth system's been really good. France has been phenomenal. And like
Belgium just established a new soccer generation and way of thinking in like 1999. And this is the result of it. In 2018, they got to the semifinals with arguably one of the best teams in the tournament. And U.S. soccer has been around since what, like 1930? And we've been shit since 1935. We did go to the World Cup in 1933. I think we got to like the semifinal or something.
Yeah, semifinal. Something like that.
So since 1935, the U.S. soccer has been abysmal, except the women's. They kick ass.
Oh, yeah, they're very good.
That's what I don't understand. How are the women's like significantly better than the men when it's like the same resources, I would assume?
Because they care.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I watched a Vox thing because I was bored, and basically they argued that the women's U.S. soccer for females. God,
good.
damn it, I'm
That was
tired.
good.
Jesus,
that was good. That was really good.
Not males.
The girls' soccer, not male soccer, was established in like 1980. So they're a much younger league, which has allowed them to basically implement what they want. Implement the modern idea of how soccer should be taught, how soccer should be coached, how the coaches should be taught, while the U.S. soccer is kind of still stuck in like the fucking 1960s or something.
Yeah.
So it's dumb.
Us men are stubborn.
Yeah.
No, I won't change. We're gonna win.
We're fine. It's been working.
See how close we almost made it to the World Cup last time?
What'd you do? Oh, we just won it again.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So because it starts with these kids when they're super young.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a lot of these countries, I guess, I don't know. Well, K-pop will tell you, like, I guess, like, basketball has kind of expanded a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
In more recent-
like AAU, which is like the basketball like off season kind of thing where they all become buddies, and like a lot of people are against it because there's like no actual like rivalries. Like all these guys have known each other since they were like 12,
Right.
and then they play in the NBA and they're all like 20 and like good like buddy. But I don't know. I mean, it's like the most amazing athletes like that are so like pure, and like I don't think it really matters, but a lot of people just don't like that they all like each other.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, like,
I get it. I totally
You're
get it.
humans, and you're like all out there like making a living at the end of the day, like together. You know what I
right,
mean?
like all these guys are making so much money, like playing a sport.
that they love.
Yeah, and like the other people allow them to do that, you know? So how much can you possibly have a rivalry? I get there's definitely people that hate each other out there.
Sure, yeah.
But like for the most part, they go on the court and they play, and then this game's over, and they're like, okay, we won, or okay, we lost.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I guess the U.S. and Mexico has a pretty big rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Still kind of.
I mean, it's still going on, but I mean, like Mexico's just so much better. I mean, it's not even like a rivalry anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we try and say, I don't know, like Mexico's just like leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? And like they have players all playing in Europe and like just excelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their like youth system is so much better than ours, and it's just like sad to see. You know, even like for us, like we're in Philly, like the Philadelphia Union is just like a mess. They're just like a dumpster fire, and it's
I've given them a bunch of tries, and it's pretty
a
rough.
shame.
Yeah,
it really is, because they were hot for a minute, and it seemed like they were going in the right direction. But I mean, just going back to what you're saying, that league is just set up so poorly.
Yeah, and you basically see two sides of the equation when you boil it down to one really important thing. It's promotion and relegation, or no promotion, no relegation. And basically, promotion, relegation, do you all know what that is?
No.
No, walk us through that.
Oh, see that.
I mean, yes, but explain it to me like I'm 5.
Got it. You definitely know what it is.
I know. I got it.
So
I just want to see if you know.
Yeah, this is a test.
So basically, in England and every other country in the world, you have tiers of soccer. You have the top league, then you have the second best league, third best, and so on. In England, there's 7 tiers of professional soccer. And so the top league is called the English Premier League. And at the end of the season, after 38 games, the bottom 3 teams in that league get relegated, kicked out of the Premier League, and sent into the next league, which is the Championship. And then the top 2 teams from the Championship get sent up, and the third one does a playoff system and gets sent up as well. So basically, it's always about teams switching up and down. It's motivation to not be shit, not tank, so you can get good players. Because, like, Europe doesn't have a fucking draft. MLS is still working with an MLS draft. And
No way.
yeah, it's unreal. So they are genuinely taking the system that is in place for NBA and NFL and trying to make it into soccer rather than following the European model.
And they also, in like the MLS, they have like a playoff system. Like in all the other leagues, it's a point system. So like you win, you get 3 points. You draw, you get 1, and you lose, you get nothing. You know what I mean? So for them, it's whoever has the most points at the end. Whoever did the best throughout the entire season. That's just how soccer's always been. And for here, like a playoff, like half the teams make it in. Like, so who cares? You know what I mean? Like there's just no competition. Like Philadelphia Union made it like a couple years ago, made a playoffs and like barely squeezed in there. But like it was like half the league was in the playoffs. It's like that's not competition. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It's almost like, you're almost, even if you're just on the bubble, it's like you don't even have to worry. It's like, all right, we're going to get in. And then at that point, anything can happen, I guess.
Right.
Like,
Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's like the fun part about tournaments, but motherfucker, after 38 games, I don't want to see it decided by chance.
Yeah.
I want to see the best team win.
Right.
So
That's the beauty of the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
It's like every game is a playoff game, essentially. Right?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, like going from like day one, I mean, you can make up a little bit of ground, but I mean, really, like you're playing for every single game, especially all your home games. You know what I mean? You don't want to lose at home. That's like big. So, yeah, I mean, like the past couple of seasons has been kind of bad. There's been kind of blowouts. Like last season, Man City won by like 19 points.
Yeah.
Which which like I can't do math, but that's over like 6 games or something like that. Yeah.
confirmed.
Confirmed,
Just
like
tried
18?
to do the math.
Right? Okay.
I'm not really sure what it adds
6
up to.
games and 1 draw, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. There we go. That's math.
6 times 3 is
18,
18.
and then 1.
Yeah.
That's our secret weapon over here. It's our math guy.
That definitely doesn't have a calculator in his hand.
He didn't?
Hey, my hands are up. Listeners, you can't see, but my hands are straight up in the air.
He took his shoes off to count his toes, though.
Yeah.
Now, how the hell is the MLS not caught up to the rest of the soccer world?
Because it's in America.
Is that
That's
it? Is it
I
the-
really
Yeah.
feel like it's
People don't-
genuine, like stubborn Americans just
Yeah.
not. They're like, no, we won't do it. We can't. We don't have to. We can do
put
our
it
own
in
way.
A more digestible way for like American fans, I guess.
Maybe that's it. Maybe because it's like not as popular.
money.
You know.
I see the little.
Money.
Yeah,
At the end
people
of the
don't give a
day,
shit. I mean,
yeah,
it's like-
USF cares about money, not the fans. They don't want to. I mean, they want to grow the sport, but they want to grow it to make more revenue. They don't want to grow it to make it more popular, to get us competitive. And yeah, they'll fucking like piss on you until it's raining. But at the end of the day, they just want fucking money.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've seen good examples lately, though. You see, like Atlanta FC, they're
Yeah.
like getting like 80,000 people to watch an MLS game at their
That's
stadium.
crazy.
They get some like legit crowds.
Really?
Like songs,
And
like
they're an
fireworks.
expansion team too. Like they're brand new. They came in what, like last year? I think.
Last year, yeah.
It is impressive how much like they're trying to embrace like the feel of an actual Champion League game.
Yeah, like a European culture, and that's what
Yeah.
they're trying to build there, which is awesome. Like for us, like who don't really care too much for MLS, and like that's awesome to see for us. You know what I mean? That makes us interested, who mostly cover Premier League and World Soccer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where we see that on a week in, week out basis.
Yeah.
I think with Premier League games, like the most underrated part is like when you're listening, it legit sounds like the biggest party, like
Yeah.
in that part of the country at that time.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things is when the announcers just don't talk for like 2 minutes, and you hear just the
All these
screams,
chants.
Roaring.
chants, the flags are like waving. Borussia Dortmund has probably one of the coolest sights in soccer. They have the yellow wall, which is 30,000 people wearing yellow or holding like a yellow banner or flag, and it's a legit wall. at the opponent's back, right by the opponent's goal, and it is imposing.
It's literally like Queen at World AIDS Day. Like it is literally like 80 billion people like going fucking nuts. And it's like it is great because also going back to like about the commentators, American commentators also suck because they don't stop talking. And that's the best thing. Like English commentators, they'll just be like, let it just settle and like let the game speak for itself. And like American commentators are just like, and then this, and like it's just like it's like you don't have to be excited every second. Just let it breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the atmosphere is bar none. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Are you guys fans of the Vuvuzela?
No.
Vuvuzela?
Vuvuzela? I know.
Venezuela.
Big fan of Venezuela.
Like the instrument from when it was in Africa,
yes.
right?
Yes.
That, okay. No.
All right. I don't know.
That was
I
a
kind of
crazy
like
one
the
to watch.
Vuvuzela, but that's fine. You guys are our guests.
Noise maker? Look, Kevin was like upset by that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
Oh yeah, do you like hate all noise then?
I just put in like white noise when I go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd prefer not to hear that.
Like I'm 90 years old. Yeah.
I wanted to find out what kind of soccer players are more like wrestlers, like the more like crazy guys, or like
Like,
you know,
Like what? Like
do some
is there,
hyping
is
up
there
before the
flashy
game?
ones? Like real? Like they come
Like-
out
like-
and they're hyping up everybody.
like I would say Zlatan.
Is there
obviously.
any?
my
is there
God,
any
that's,
that?
that's literally my first thought was Zlatan
if you
Ibrahimovic.
want to get into him, real
Is there
quick.
any that come out with like 2 Bud Lights, smash them together, then drink them? Like
Stone Cold?
Like Stone Cold.
They're all health
great.
freaks. It sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck
they're
that,
so
yeah.
into like Ronaldo. He refuses to eat anything except white, unseasoned chicken
Oh god.
Oh,
and vegetables.
He's a lot of fun at parties.
He
bet.
lived in Madrid and now he lives in Rome.
Yeah.
And the
my
man
God,
is just
yeah.
eating the shittiest.
just eating just
Yeah.
Free.
chicken.
He's also making like $200 million a year.
Casually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean that makes up for
It's a
it.
lot of money to spend on good food
Yeah.
in Rome.
Dude, I don't know how he.
You ever been to Rome, Neil?
Because then you got guys like Wayne Rooney, right? That would just like.
He also eats babies.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
He looks like
Wayne Rooney
Shrek. He is
definitely.
definitely like.
Yeah.
Ronaldo are the same age, but one looks drastically different than the other.
Rooney also has the body of like an 80-year-old man who's
Yeah.
been eating just pie since he turned 50.
Meat pies.
Oh, he
Yeah.
loves a good pie.
And Ronaldo like genuinely has the physicality and body
He's like LeBron. He's
measurements.
like obsessed.
He's
Yeah.
like 20. He's a 20-year-old kid basically in terms of all the fucking scientific shit that goes into measuring your body.
But, but going back to what you were saying about Zlatan, dude,
Yeah,
Zlatan,
please.
Zlatan is like Kanye. Like he
I
is,
love it.
he's just like I'm a god. Like LeBron,
What is that about?
dude?
He's
just,
always done that.
Dude, he's just like
It's crazy.
I am just a god. Like LeBron comes to LA. Oh, you're king, but I'm God. Like get out of here. Like move out of the way. Like what was the one story about when the reporter came up to him asking him if he was like gay or something? Remember that story?
Oh, so he was on Paris Saint-Germain at this point, and he had just either finished a practice or finished a match, and he's in his car, and this female reporter comes up to his car, like tapping on his window and all this shit, and he finally opens, and she's like, "Do you want to address the rumors that you're gay?" And he's like, "No, go away." And she's like, "Are you sure you don't want to say anything?" And he's like, "Come over to my house later. I'll show you if I'm gay." Hold on. It gets better. He let it pause. He let it breathe. He let the moment really get taken in. And then he says, "Bring your sister too."
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Total straight guy over here.
Dude, like when he was on Manchester, dude, another Zlatan story. When he was at Manchester United, like, dude, it's like literally he's like a legend. Like you could just believe if someone says something to you about Zlatan, it's probably true.
By the way, the image of him in your head, it's pretty much him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like sight
He looks-
unseen, he is what he looks like.
Yeah, he's like an athletic Jafar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
You know what? He kind of reminded me of the Jesus from Big Lebowski,
Oh
but
my
like
God,
white.
yes!
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes,
pretty good.
Yes, he is the Jesus. Oh my God, that's brilliant.
No,
what were
he's
you gonna
God.
say? Please.
No, I was gonna say like a reporter came up to him saying like, "Oh, what about your poor form or something like that?" He's like, "I would tell you to eat my balls." And he's just like, what do you, what? Like, how do you respond to that?
What do you mean?
He's incredible, man. I saw videos of him calling up because he plays for the Galaxy now,
Yeah.
right? The LA Galaxy. I saw him. He was calling up season ticket holders and like congratulating them. And like the one guy like went to Mexico or something, and he's like calling him out. He's like, "You mean you bought season tickets?" And I'm not even gonna try and do his accent. But he's like, but Zlatan is calling up this guy on his personal phone.
Oh, I saw that.
And
Yes.
he's talking to him, and he goes, "Oh, you bought season tickets, and then you just went to Mexico? What were you thinking?" Like, it's amazing. And he's like, "Congratulations." He's like, "Thanks for, like, congratulations. You have season tickets. You can see me play." Like, it's a fucking privilege.
Yeah.
That guy's unbelievable.
He said, I think when he got to L.A., he said, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
In a tweet. That's it.
I love it.
Like, to have that fucking, like, charisma and just self-confidence, can you imagine?
Dude, the guy
that
just
shit?
pulls everything. Like, like he's gonna pull me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Suck my balls. Okay.
if we were in this room together, if we were in this room, I don't know. I don't know.
I can't confidently
Answer, yeah.
How many beers, Kev?
Cannot confirm nor deny. Like,
It's that confidence is key, you know? He's got it.
Is
If you got it, you got it.
So obviously not on that level, but is there somebody close to that?
I'd say Ronaldo is a bit of a character. I mean, just the hiking the shorts up.
ripping his shirt off at
Yeah.
any opportunity.
Yeah.
Like,
unbelievable.
I mean, I
man.
don't blame him.
No, like,
I'm
if
not
I had
eating
that
these
body-
steamed vegetables and chicken for nothing.
Yeah.
It's hard to be humble
Right.
at that point.
He does have 4 kids that literally came out of the woodwork. Like, they just appeared one day.
Really?
So that's questionable.
yeah, I don't know. He's got some good genes. Yeah.
He does.
Uh-oh. Those kids are going to be hot.
And he's great at something.
He's going to have some hot kids.
Evil or good kids, though?
Oh, that is $1 million
Ooh,
question, my friend.
they got to be evil.
It's
Ronaldo's
100%
evil.
them. They're probably going to be evil.
Yeah.
They're all born with, like, little pocket mirrors.
Does he have like a famous wife or anything?
No, that's
she
the
just
weird
hot?
part.
Well,
He doesn't have a wife.
Well, he had
Whoa.
there was a controversy where like he just made this like he had like a baby mama for like Ronaldo Jr. and he just like hit her from like the media and was like,
yeah.
no, like
Not
no,
unlike Drake.
yes, like
Right.
but Pusha ruined that. Thank God, Pusha. I love him.
The journalistic integrity of Pusha T brought that to the table.
Dude, Daytona, I can't stop listening. That's like the album of the year. Anyway, but he like hit it from the media, like no one knows who she is, and then he's got like this supermodel like wife who he's or not wife, like girlfriend. He's like really pumped 3 kids out of. Like had twins and then pumped another one out, but he's won like 3 Champions Leagues in a row. So
Keep doing that.
yeah, keep doing what he's doing.
Well, he didn't have the kids, you know?
Oh, too much credit. Did I get
Yeah, like he didn't really do much.
No.
You know?
The way that you just put him having 3 kids with that woman, he's like, all right, I need the perfect specimen. Okay, you'll do.
I kind of feel like he might have did that.
Yeah, he definitely did. He's
He probably did like background checks on him, made sure that they have no like obesity in the family or anything.
What's that show with the 23andMe? Like got the ancestry.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't
Checked any backgrounds or like illnesses, you know?
don't look at 23andMe in the news.
Do you think he did like
wait,
any
oh.
Do you think he did any like the Spartans, if he had any bad kids, he'd just throw them off a cliff or something?
yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Let them fend for themselves amongst the
He
wolves.
probably gave him to Vita from Croatia.
Oh yes. Well, I gotta go feed Vita.
Vita, come down from your hill!
Yes, master. Yes.
Ronaldo, it's been ages. Perhaps you brought me a snack.
Holy shit.
I kind of wish Ronaldo's voice was that.
Can you imagine the post-match interviews?
What a glorious game.
It was a tough loss, but I have a child to gnaw on, at least. Don't worry, it was a bad baby. Interview over! I'm starving. I love that. I love the narrative of soccer players just giving their weird, bad children off to other soccer players. to
We're
either-
barely a soccer podcast.
No, yeah.
We're barely a podcast.
Fair.
Like we're strictly by definition, I guess, a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, strictly by definition. Ronaldo, you always hear about Ronaldo like checking himself out in the mirror and stuff like that.
I don't blame him.
I don't
I'm with
blame him either.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. But is he one of those dudes where it's just like the media paints him to be this like super like narcissistic like jerk?
Yeah,
but he's actually like
is he what he's actually portrayed to be?
Yeah, it's like American Psycho. Like he wakes up every morning and like he like just kisses himself in the mirror. I don't
He's
know.
super
Like,
nice. He's a serial killer, but he's super
Yeah.
nice too. So he's like a.
Well, a lot of them are. They're right. They're very charismatic.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ronaldo loves Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah, he sure does.
he has to return some videotapes.
Yeah.
No, it is like you hear all these rumors about him. He is like a generally good guy and like gives like tons of charity, like
Yeah.
you know, but he is like a narcissistic like prick. So I don't know.
It's just like two sides.
Yeah.
Where as much as he like goes to look at himself in the mirror, I try to
avoid
avoid. Don't even get near him. You know,
I break them.
I don't go over anyone's house if they have a mirror.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of reflective surfaces.
Have to hang a towel over the
at that point.
bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
What was I gonna? Oh, what is the deal with guys?
Airline food.
What's the deal with? I always hear about like I think Messi pulled this recently, or maybe it was Salah. I can't remember that dude from Egypt.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah, no, he's great. Yeah, absolutely. But like sometimes I'll see these star players, their country will lose, you know, kind of like they'll have like a disappointing exit or something from the World Cup or some major tournament, and they'll like threaten to retire. Not even threaten, that's a poor word for it, but they'll say that they're going to retire and then they end up playing again. Is that like a normal thing?
Nah, that's only like Messi and Salah. Salah has his own reasons. They're more political than soccer oriented, to be honest. But Messi he threatens to retire every time Argentina loses a final, which is Kev like 3 times in the past 4 years.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Is that just kicking and screaming?
Yeah.
I mean, like a little bit of the prima donna, like we were talking about before. I mean, these guys are literally like, it's like Messi, Ronaldo, like LeBron James. You know, these are like the world superstars. So like they're such on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it also like back to what Martin said, sometimes it's political. You know, we just had like Mesut Ozil from Germany leave.
A great episode. I meant to bring that up earlier. You guys handled that so well.
Yeah, the racism.
It was phenomenal. Wow. It was phenomenal. Wow. No, it really was. Yeah, episode 60, I think, right?
Wow.
For anybody listening.
One of them.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah. No.
Episode 60 of the L.A.D.S podcast. No, seriously, that was dangerous territory. You guys did a phenomenal job.
We had to like tiptoe a little bit.
Yeah. No,
it doesn't sound like something that we should be talking about. If you know what I mean.
I think we had to like stop the tape a couple times, delete a lot.
Yeah.
Re-record.
I thought it was great, man. You guys
thanks.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, like, there's like political where you got like dictators and shit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Literally.
With the Ozil case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If,
but
if
then
you think the NFL has problems, FIFA is like 50 levels beyond that.
Oh my god, it's unreal. Yeah.
like people being thrown in jail, like media members being thrown in jail and shit. You know what I mean? Where we don't have that in America, where the worst is like, you know, Skip Bayless will tweet about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
But I mean, it could be political sometimes. They're just prima donna and they're like, you know, I don't like the coach. So it's like LeBron James syndrome. Thank you.
SAT words.
Where
We
it's like-
learn one every day.
Yeah.
Syndrome's the word of the day.
Where you'll be like, I want to get rid of this coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, or I'll retire. So it's kind of like sometimes like that.
Yeah. That's nuts, man.
How do you feel about Seth Blatter?
Oh my God.
He is
What a
that
name.
one speech that he had when he came back. He's like, I am the leader of everybody.
I mean, the only reason we had the World Cup in Russia and now in 2022 in Qatar is because of Sepp Blatter. Yeah, it's because of Sepp Blatter and 17 corrupt motherfucking FIFA agents.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Qatar and Russia got 22 votes to be the World Cup, so they won the World Cup bids. 17 of those 22 votes have been either found guilty for corruption, bribery, fraud, and either have been suspended, banned, or jailed for doing that. So all those 17 votes are no longer in the FIFA at all. So it shouldn't even fucking be in Qatar. I mean, Jesus, there's so many other things wrong with Qatar.
I was
That's just the tip of the
The
iceberg.
temperature alone of Qatar is unbelievable. To ask somebody to run for 90 minutes, potentially 100 some minutes, 120 minutes, like that's ridiculous, man.
No, it's not only that too. Like they're trying to switch it now because they done goofed. Yeah, they done goofed, and you know, World Cup's in the summer, so like now they have to put it in like November now because it has to be cooler there, and now it's gonna be football season. So what do I do? You know, like they just
Nuts.
It's also like 90 degrees in their winter. So I mean, it's going from
So
like
you're not-
115 to 90, so it's still going to be absolute shit.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they like genuinely have slaves building the fucking
like
stadium.
people like revoking like visas and stuff. Like I want to go back to my families. You got to finish the stadium. Like it's fucked. It is so messed up. And Sepp Blatter looks like a scrotum. Like that also goes without saying.
Can we put that on an Instagram poll?
Yeah.
Sepp Blatter look like a scrotum?
Yeah, I'll get that.
All right, thank you. I appreciate
How do you spell his name?
Scrotum, SCR.
I have the audio of that speech I was just referencing.
Yeah,
of Seth
throw it on.
Blatter.
Let's listen. Yeah, please.
I like you. You brought me again into the FIFA. I stay with you. You have voted for me. Although they have voted for the Prince Ali, I congratulate you. It's a good candidate. But I'm now the president of everybody. So I'm the president of everybody. There is no written. That's just president of the whole FIFA. Well,
Tell me that's not Hitler, Cersei, like 1939.
That almost sounded like a Trump with a European accent, kind of.
I love that awkward scattered applause where like you could just tell everybody's looking around and they're like,
Terrifying.
Is this where we gotta start clapping, right?
yeah, there's like you can't hear
Yep. That's our president. There he is.
like a bunch of guys with rifles like cocked and like ready to
Like he addresses like this full audience as "I like you."
yeah.
Is he
is
Borat?
Donald
Like,
God, can you imagine if he? What would he do if he didn't like him? You know?
He probably
boil them.
doesn't.
You boil them like crawfish
Or babies.
or babies. Yes, Vita's standing.
How do you like your babies? Boiled?
Fucking Slender Man with his ponytail is standing there in the back in like a giant like duster. Sepp, I'm ready. Licking his lips. He's like, Sepp, which one's for me?
oh my God.
God.
Man, all right, that's phenomenal. I can't believe how much time has gone. Greg, do you need more time?
I'm good. We're good.
You got a list ready?
I have a list.
Hell
A
yeah.
lisp.
What do we say, Taylor? Get some game
You ready?
music going.
Yeah.
Okay. On the Microphonies, we play a game called Greg's List. I have some multiple choice questions I'm going to pose all of you guys. Just pick which one belongs to which category. Today's categories I have, you guys are familiar with football, right? Soccer? If you will? No. Okay. I have some,
Is this going to be one they're going to be able to nail?
I don't know.
And I'm going to look like an idiot in front of our guests.
I did so poorly with mine, the ones that I made up, that I think it's just going to be a throwaway. But
Okay.
I have some teams around the world, some soccer clubs or football clubs,
God.
whatever you want to call it. And then I have kung fu movies, and then ones I made up. So you just pick which one belongs to which category. Start with Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff, are you ready?
I'm going to watch your eyes and I'm going to, when the ones that light up, that's okay.
He knows sign language, so look at him.
I don't know sign language
Well,
though.
see?
Finger spelling.
Don't I need to know it too?
Real quick.
Oh, I guess you could just hold up a number, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this.
I won't cheat. I'm not looking at them.
I'm omitting FC or like club from any of like the soccer club names, so make it for the spirit of competition.
Sure.
Okay. Jeff, I have winners and sinners, rumpus makers, dynamo bender.
Wow.
Whoa. Rumpus Makers sounds like it'd be a kung fu one. Is that what the name was?
I made that one up.
Shit.
Wow.
Okay.
Can you give me those two again?
Or something else.
Dynamo bender, winners and sinners.
Winners and Sinners is kung fu then.
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, I guess martial arts. Not all these are strictly kung fu. You know what I'm
enough.
saying?
Thank you for specifying.
Is there a difference? Fuck.
Winners and sinners is strictly Aikido. I will not stand for this.
I got an angry listener write-in, our first fucking write-in ever about Kung Fu movie from 1983. All right. You ready, Neil?
I'm fucking ready, dude.
Are you always ready? That's one. Always ready. Penetrators, raw force.
Wow.
Wow.
Real subtle.
I can't believe one of these is a soccer team. Penetrators?
Penetrators, always ready, raw force.
Raw Force is Kung Fu.
That is correct. 1982.
Penetrators is the soccer team.
Penetrators, I made up.
Oh!
Always ready from Bolivia. Dynamo Bender was from Belarus.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Belarus?
Bolivia? You went to Bolivia?
Kevin and Martin's faces, they both looked at each other, and I swore for a second you thought about leaving.
I just didn't know what Belarus
Credibility
was.
out the door.
We will take our talents back to South Philly. Out of here.
I feel better now then. I want you guys to suffer with me. You know.
I still barely understand the game.
You got
one more before you're up.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
Taylor, I have Master Siding, Come Drink With Me, Spring Home Sweepers.
Spring Home Sweepers is the club.
That is correct. The South African club.
One more time.
Master Siding, Come Drink With Me.
You made up Master Siding.
That is correct.
Damn.
wow.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I get it now.
Yeah, you got it.
It took 3 times. I got it.
I have Hard Combative, Knockabout, Kalamazoo Outrage.
All right, Kalamazoo's got to be the soccer team.
That is correct. It's a U.S. team.
It's a U.S. team?
From Kalamazoo. Yeah, Kalamazoo is a...
It's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Shit,
Sure.
I thought that was in Africa like my entire life.
Hey, it might be.
Oh, man.
You never know.
There might be one in Africa. Yeah.
I hope so. What were the other two?
Let's see. Hard combative knockabout.
Hard combative is the Kung Fu.
Hard combative I made up knockabout 1979.
Damn.
Hot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it home, Kev.
Okay.
Okay, Kevin. I have Thailand tobacco monopoly, Venice Queen, above the law.
I am
The tobacco one has to be the soccer club.
Yeah, that's right. Thailand.
Thailand, yeah.
I made it up.
So good.
What was the other two?
Venice Queen, above the law.
Above the law, Kung Fu?
That is correct.
Yes, let's
that's
go.
that's a Steven Seagal joint.
Of course. It
Oh,
is.
hell yeah.
Man,
1988.
I'm just a cook. I'm just a lowly cook.
Jeff.
What a turn events he's having.
Yeah, he's like affiliated with.
He's a Russian ambassador.
They're buddies,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they are homies.
It's unpaid, by the way.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I just want to make that everyone know. Just saying.
He can't be indicted on that.
No.
Out there, I'm sure you see pictures. I don't want to get away
Yeah,
from it.
they're riding horses together,
It's
shirtless and shit.
ridiculous. He's
Swinging around his samurai swords.
stupid kimono, and he's like walking around with his
He's a-
dumb sunglasses.
He's a walking human embodiment of like cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
I thought he
He's
was
the
like an
definition
Axe
of
body
cultural
spray.
appropriation.
An Axe body spray in a human
Yeah.
form.
Oh my god. Yeah, he'd be like the tsunami one that they had to pull off the shelves after the tsunami.
The
hit.
2008 one, back when we
Yeah.
were like in middle school and high school and all that shit.
If he was,
I fill a room. I just fill a whole room. Yeah.
if he wasn't famous, he'd be making YouTube videos of him using a samurai sword to cut gallons of water in half.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in his backyard.
He was a cop for a while. Is he still a cop?
He
Yeah.
was a cop in New Orleans.
Oh yeah,
And
Oh
where?
no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is this like a permanent midlife crisis?
He was down there.
His whole life, man. His whole life. Crisis.
Whole life crisis. Yeah.
He was helping during Hurricane Katrina.
Officer Seagull was.
Officer Siegel. Yeah. There was like a whole show where
Oh,
he was like
yeah.
a trained police officer.
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
make this up. He
yeah.
had a TV show where he would go down there and he'd be like trained police officer. Guys,
fantastic.
Amazing.
but I'm so sorry.
A true hero. Some might say.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are we at Jeff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Black Belt Jones, Joe Public, John Cargo.
Oh God. Joe Public? Is that the club?
That is correct. It's a Caribbean team. I didn't see what country though.
What island?
Yeah.
What was it? It was Black Belt what?
Black Belt Jones, John Cargo.
I'm going John Cargo for the Kung Fu.
You should have followed your.
Well, Black Belt sounds so like obvious,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It's like somebody had a deadline to meet and they didn't meet it, and they were like, "What the fuck am I gonna?" All right,
A karate guy.
Black Belt Jones. Final answer.
All right, Neil. I got Young Boys of Bern, Little Dreamers, Doberman Cop.
What the fuck just happened?
I hate that. Doberman Cop is the kung fu movie.
Yes, 1977.
Taking a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
Starring Officer McGruff
And Seagull.
Yeah.
and McGruff and Siegel side by side. I
Except
love it.
it's a seagull dressed as Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal, yeah.
I love it. Oh my god. McGruff and
who plays the dog?
McGruff taking
No,
a bite
I
out
mean-
of.
Wait, why wouldn't Steven Seagal play him?
No, Steven Seagal's playing the seagull version.
Oh,
of him.
okay.
But it's an animated.
It's an
short.
animated.
Yeah.
It's an
Oh,
animated
okay.
series.
Who's the dog?
The dog has to be
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Cyrus, I like
That's an
it.
interesting
Bold.
take, but
I saw Billy Ray Cyrus tweet yesterday, and that's still in my head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
He
he's still out
tweeted,
there.
"How
You can
to
make
heck."
it Billy.
How to heck? There's like a Twitter thread, and he's like providing examples or something.
how to heck?
This
Number
is how
one.
to heck.
Doberman Cop was the kung fu movie. What
Yeah.
was the
Young Boys of Bern and Little Dreamers.
Young Boys of Bern Soccer Club?
That is correct. I didn't write down where they're from.
I
guess
don't like that
Bern.
one at all.
Wherever Bern is. B-E-R-N.
Ben.
Ben.
Just gonna go Australia.
Perth. We're from Perth. Yeah, Taylor, okay.
Switzerland?
That sounds right.
Could be.
I think they like football over there, yeah?
It's the first thing that came up, so I'm going to go with it.
I like it.
Taylor, Naughty Boys,
Oh, that's
God.
us.
Mighty Men,
That's not us.
Dirty Ho.
That's
That's us.
That's you. Yeah.
Definitely.
What was the first one? Dirty
Naughty Boys.
Mighty Men.
Mighty Men, Dirty Ho.
Mighty Men is the movie.
Mighty Men I made up.
Oh shit!
Whoa. Dirty Ho is something.
It's Dirty Ho, the movie.
Dirty Ho is the movie.
Okay.
Are you sure this is a kung fu?
I
Not
did a
Kung
brief
F-U.
research on Wikipedia.
Kung F-U.
1976. Not yet.
Kung F-U.
Yeah.
The Kung F-U movie.
Not breaking bricks over here. And Naughty Boys. Yes. Okay. All right, Martin.
Yeah.
I have Natural Grains, Hearts of Oak, Crippled Avengers.
All right,
Ooh,
Cripple
boy.
Avengers has to be a kung fu movie.
That is correct.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Both were trees. The other one.
Natural Grains, Hearts of Oak.
Natural Greens is made up.
That is correct.
Look at you. Look at you.
Hearts of Oak
I'm learning.
from Ghana.
Oh.
Okay. Kevin, I have Wheels on Meals, Lean Cuisine, Love Ham.
Yes, I do.
Lean cuisine is made up.
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Good start. Where are the other two?
Wheels on Meals, Love Ham.
Love ham? Ham? Like
Ham.
meat?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with that's the soccer club.
that is correct.
Oh, let's go.
Norway team.
Right.
Rum
Get
ham.
the brooms
Rum ham.
out. The boys are sweeping.
Yeah, you guys just destroy me in my game that I made. A lot of time on that.
Did you have a lean cuisine for dinner?
No, I didn't. I wish I could say I had though. Let's see. Well, how many more I have? I have 4 more. So,
Could
we-
give them to our guest.
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let them throw down.
There's a lightning round. I have for Martin, the strongest, the fearless hyena, the workhorse.
Strongest is made up.
The strongest is a Bolivian club.
Of course.
Oh.
Bolivia,
team.
man.
Bolivia or not.
God damn it.
Hello.
Wow.
Hey, knock knock.
Is this thing on?
Bolivian, I want to die.
Wish you were
Ian.
a Ghana. I'm no Ghana.
You're having fun.
Can you not?
Can you not?
Can you believe it?
Wow. Hi, new best
Don't
friend,
ride these
Kevin.
coattails.
Oh, I hate all of you.
So it was
What were the other two?
the workhorse and the fearless hyena.
Workhorse is kung fu.
Workhorse I made up.
God. 0
Fearless
for 3.
hyena, 1979.
Good year.
The year of our Lord.
Yes.
Correct. Vatican II.
Kevin, I have the invincible armor, King Faisal Babes, Red Hands.
The king one's made up.
The king one is from Ghana.
God. All right. It was Red Hand, and what was the other one?
Red Hands and the invincible armor.
Invincible Armor Kung Fu.
That is correct.
Let's go.
All right. Back to Martin. Choco Forever, Fantasy Mission Force, Secret Baby.
Secret baby.
Wait a minute.
Why is that so familiar?
Secret Baby made up.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I think I used that in
Yeah,
another
you
list.
used that.
You used that in the last list, didn't you?
You sit with Doug.
Oh, yeah.
We did that last
Maybe I'll toss that in on every guest, I guess. Maybe that'll be a nice joke.
secret baby.
A nice Easter egg.
Yeah.
Choco Forever, Fantasy Mission Force.
All right. Fantasy Mission Force has to be a soccer team or I quit this game.
That's a Jackie Chan movie.
Did
Get
any
out.
of you know
Get
this?
out.
No.
Did any of you know
Hey,
this?
I didn't do enough research. Maybe it's both, right?
Why not both?
I hope it is.
Yeah. All right.
Fantasy
And
Mission Force.
I
Kevin.
love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Okay.
to close this out, We have Botswana Meat Commission.
I wonder.
Beast Meat. Magnificent Butcher.
The Botswana meat machine, is that the first
Meat
one?
Commission.
Meat commission is the soccer team.
That is correct.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be nice if it was a Kung Fu movie? Though?
Yeah. Or what if he made it up?
What are the other two again? I just want to hear them again.
Beast Meat. Magnificent Butcher.
Magnificent Butcher martial arts movie.
That is correct. 1979.
Damn.
Made up beast meat, you psycho. I love it.
God, I have no words. My words are in my list.
Outstanding list.
Thank you.
Can we give it up for the lads?
Please, no.
Make a little extra noise for the lads.
For the lads, yes.
The lads. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was.
Yeah.
It is steaming in here. You guys are on fire.
Dude, thank you.
Temperature's really risen.
Chewy.
Too much meat talking.
Yeah. The meat sweats.
Yeah.
Lots of big boys in here talking about meat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Eating babies and meat.
Yeah.
That's how I
Well,
spend
yeah.
most of my Monday nights.
Right. Well, I gotta ask you.
Oh, how do we not do baby back ribs at all?
Oh,
My bad. Sorry for ruining your train of thought.
Secret baby back.
that's what I'm into. Guys, thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, for real.
Can you tell all of our faithful listeners where they can find you?
Oh, yeah, of course. We are on iTunes, Spotify.
No, we cannot.
Need to know basis.
I got to put on my NPR voice right now.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can also find us on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Lads Podcast. And what else, Martin?
All the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yes.
What is the handle?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Lads_podcast on the Twitter, and then Lads Podcast on Insta, and the whole name Loud Americans Discussing Soccer on Facebook.
Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Can we
Nice.
put a link to their Patreon
Yes.
in the description? So we'll put a link to that in our description so people
Awesome.
can find you guys.
Yeah, we drink beer every episode, and we get sponsors sometimes. If not, we buy it. So support our drinking habit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If that's not that, I mean,
There's some the goals
That's
right
the
there.
dream. Yeah. Really. Oh my God.
That
Yeah.
should be the title. Support our drinking habit.
Hell yeah. God, people fight for support their whole lives. It's nice to get that. Yeah, thank you guys again. Oh my God, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for having us, man.
You can always find us on Wildfire Radio, of course. You can find us on iTunes and everything like that. Please check out our YouTube channel, and you can listen to solid gold throwbacks,
Yeah.
little clips from days
Yesteryear.
past, from yesteryear,
Literally years ago now.
years ago.
Yeah.
Leave a review. Smash that subscribe button.
I love you.
Ring that bell.
Oh, read the review.
Read the review.
Oh, we have a review,
Was there a new one?
right?
Yeah, but no, they didn't write anything.
Oh, never mind.
They don't write anything. They
Why would you
They
review
just
it?
like us, and they say nothing.
We've promised to read
Period.
whatever they
Yeah.
write. So.
I've literally said, like, tell us your favorite ice cream in the review. Like anything.
Like anything. Yeah.
No.
I don't care. You can.
Well, I like
it
this
if you want.
podcast, but I hate ice cream.
I don't
What
want
a
you.
read.
I don't want you listening then.
Yeah.
Pro ice cream pod.
We should do it. We should do a whole show on ice cream.
No.
No, we
Guys,
should not.
Want to come back and do a show about ice cream?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That'd be tight.
Be here.
Those are my friends.
Again, this is 4 more guys that just don't like ice cream, though. Oh, I don't like ice cream.
Neil,
love ice
if we did a show about ice cream, it would be a rocky road.
Oh,
Get the hell out of here. End the episode.
are you sure, Bert?
What are you going to give him?
Ding.
Give him a ding.
Yeah, I deserve it.
On the edge of our seats. Once again, thank you, lads.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Coming in. We're gonna go. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Microphonies. Listen live every Monday on wildfireradio.com and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.